This day in gaming.
The granddaddy of gaming's golden age in the arcades stormed the Shima. On June 5th, 1978, Space Invaders was released in Japan, a game that would not only heal the sores of the industry's first economic crash, but would propel it into a pandemic of popular passion and preoccupation. Designed by Tomohiro Nishikado and developed by the Taito Corporation, the game revolved around spatial simplicity. There's a bunch of cliche alien invaders coming down the screen and you gotta shoot them all. Shoot them down, shoot them! As the waves progress, they move faster and faster, weaving from side to side, and if the foreign frigates reach the bottom of the blackness, it's game over. Okay, interactive ingenuity may not be the first words that come to mind in retrospect, but damn it if this game wasn't revolutionary in 1978. Space Invaders was the game to really garner the idea of a high score, of competing with your friends and bragging to the neighborhood bullies. But to spare the jargon, it was also just fun. Over the years, a lot of people from entertainment experts to pondering pedestrian have speculated on the obvious fact that there were a ton of space games in those golden years from 1977 to 1983. Part of the reason for that was technological limitations, and when I say that, I mean they really couldn't muster any more than a black backdrop. And what's solid black? Well, space. But I will give you a better reason. Star Wars. George Lucas's 1977 timeless space opera not only ended a period of political cynicism in the cinema and society, it revived interest in the starry reaches and a space-dwelling mentality unseen since the 50s. And if you're not buying into that connection, consider that just as the Death Star met its second violent end in 1983, so did the video game industry, though the latter would of course rebuild from the debris. But contextual analysis aside, Space Invaders' legacy lies in its immeasurable influence. The game was so big in Japan, it actually caused a coin shortage, profiting roughly $500 million. Gee, that is a lot of quarters. And becoming so ingrained in pop culture that you could find arcade machines of the game in the obscurity of laundromats and offices. And just to ice the commercially crazed cake, Invaders, after being ported to the Atari 2600, would become gaming's first true killer app, becoming the title that would push purchases for the classic console, whose strategy would be paralleled by copycat rivals like Intellivision's Astro Smash. Retro gaming buffs, take a minute to salute this archetype of awesome space shooting action in memory of the release of Space Invaders, June 5th, 1978. This day in gaming.